Last time on Herb Vendor. So there I was, sitting at the character select screen on WoW. This is something I've done countless times. I mean, we all have. But this time was different. I was used to looking at the classic login screen. Drama within my guild and an extreme betrayal by one of my friends had driven me far away from retail. But the time to return was now. Drama on my server, like all things gaming, was pretty short-lived. And I felt like the time span of a few months was adequate time for the people who had been targeting me to forget about things. That's not exactly what happened, but the person behind the rumors and splitting of the guild had completely deleted their characters, Discord, Steam account, everything. For the first time in months, I felt free. I could literally walk the streets of Stormwind and not have to worry about anything. Now, if you don't play on a roleplay server, you're probably wondering why I'm slow walking in Stormwind in the first place. And well, that's RP, baby. Walking through the city and having random conversations with people is a lot more fun than you'd think. And it felt good to be able to finally let down my hair and sell herbs again. It was the perfect opportunity to try out a new sales strategy that had been brewing in my brain. Up until now, I had been buying my herbs on the auction house and reselling them to the community for higher prices. Sure, this yielded a great profit margin, but I was tired of stimulating the local economy. What if I were to somehow be able to make herbs appear out of thin air? A cool idea, but much harder than it seemed. I wasn't down to go farm herbs, nor was I interested in watching this one Goldshire druid nut them out like he claimed he could do. My druid didn't know how to pee out plants, so my only option was something I'd forgotten about. Within the RP add-on everyone here on my server uses, you're able to create custom items. I had been intimidated to delve into the complexities of item creation until now, but the cool shit other people had given me was pretty inspiring. Look at some of this stuff. I knew my item had to be cool and weed-themed, but not too off the nose. I give you Blunt. A simple yet straightforward consumable that, upon consuming, would not really do anything. But the idea of it seemed neat, and I could produce them infinitely with the click of my rapidly aging Razer Death Adder mouse. No, this video isn't sponsored. This thing fucking sucks. I hate it. I had filled my inventory with blunts and was ready to dispense them. I was a little nervous about trying to RP again after my hiatus, so I just decided to bite that bullet and talk to the first person I saw.
Greetings. Can I interest you in a blunt? I'm just giving them away. Alright, no worries. How about you, Auza? You want some herbs? I'm really striking out here tonight. Have a good one.
You too.
Check this out.
The sale might not have been successful, but at least I was trying. And with that enthusiasm, I figured I'd try again. I was flying around looking for my next potential customer when I noticed a nautical battle in the Stormwind Canal. Normally, I don't like swimming in them because someone once told me it's not water, it's just diluted Minute Maid lemonade and dwarf pee. But lucky for me, I know how to turn into a dolphin. And dolphins love lemonade, and I don't think they even know what dwarfs are.
Leave him be. Oh shit, it's a whole fleet. Those cannonballs are pollutants to these waters. I live in here.
Amid the heated battle, I noticed a cheerleader on the sidelines. A gnome who was simply dancing to afford food to eat.
Get it, little punch. Do you do parties?
Yeah, baby.
During all of this chaos, one of my only remaining guild members had shown up. My good friend Dammit. Dammit had been a member of the guild since the beginning, and had become a close friend. He was the perfect candidate for the inaugural burning of the first blunt. The item worked. Excellent. Dammit and I spent the next couple of hours vending my new custom items around Stormwind, and it was finally time to see how much gold I had made. Absolutely none. I guess I hadn't thought about the fact that when you're trading custom items, the trade window is within the RP add-on we all use, not the actual WoW trade window. So I got some of this cool stuff. Fake money. Cool. And here's my favorite. Poop. At the end of the day, it wasn't gold that mattered. It was reconnecting with the community and restoring the guild's reputation. The whole thing with Zarin didn't pan out as planned. I had really thought that we could reform an erotic role player, but I guess you just can't take that bark out of the dog. There was one more idea I had. It wouldn't be easy to pull off, but if we could do it, it would definitely put the guild into a more positive light. I had found something that Stormwind was lacking. There were plenty of stores here within the city, even custom RP shops that open up on particular days. There's this one racist noodle shop that doesn't serve night elves. Next time I see it, I'm just stealing shit so I can feel all liberated and cool. Despite this immense shopping variety, I had noticed there was no herb shop in town. This may not have been something the community realized, but it's something they needed, and I was going to make it happen. I spread the word. I let literally everyone I sold herbs to know that I was opening a storefront. It was pretty exciting. The next day, I decided I'd find a location for my store. Obviously, there are a ton of buildings within Stormwind, but remember, I play on Moonguard, so a majority of said buildings are kind of unspokenly owned by various guilds or vendor shops within the server. There were some pretty primo spots, but all of them were taken. The Cop Guild had the building next to City Hall, the Hospital Guild was right next to the Cathedral. There had to be somewhere that was just as centrally located but not already reserved for use. Then it dawned on me. Why don't I just use the Herbalist Trainer building? It was perfect. The decor was herbal, it was in a good location. I'd even have default customers just from people coming in to train their shit. It was a true turnkey operation. Now all there was left to do was set a time and date for the grand opening. When the day finally arrived, I had arranged for dinner and drinks with a few friends before the opening of the store. I'd acquired a ton of booze, and gotten catering from my friend Father KFC here. Just then, the group started to arrive.
Care for a drink, friends?
I must be sober.
Fuck yeah.
We were just standing there chilling when someone else approached the group. I was happy to notice he was some type of reporter. This journalistic character was the perfect opportunity. It was like the Lord Father KFC had placed him before me.
I recently opened a shop within the herbalism building here in town.
Oh, really?
Care to sample some wares?
What are your wares exactly?
Well, it's a dispensary. Some medicinal herbs. Also Pepsi products.
If he was really going to somehow publicize this stuff he was writing onto the server, it would be free promotion for the soon-to-be herb shop I'd be opening. I went along with his spiel, and then it was time. I led my friends to the location of the store. When I finally turned around, I was happy to see some random people too. I guess my promotional stratagem had actually bore some decent results. Even the reporter had tagged along to document the opening. This was kind of turning out bigger than I thought it would. I had to play it cool, which was hard to do because it was crowded as shit. I'm not complaining. I was actually making a pretty decent amount of gold from the steady flow of customers in and out of the shop. The only thing that was missing at this point was Weed Elf. He was my main inspiration for even making a weed-themed character in the first place. It sucked to admit, but I totally understood why he'd been kind of avoiding me lately. He had been playing on Moonguard for a really long time and had a really positive reputation. After the drama with Cute Little Bread, as well as the whole Stormwind City Guard arrest situation, he had kind of disappeared. Even though it was a nice opening, holy shit, it was him. Weird camera angle, I know, but there's his head. Weed Elf was here. I was overjoyed to see him, and the fact that the herb store had his blessing was awesome. I gave him one of my new custom blunts, to which he approved. This grand opening was grand as fuck, and I was having a blast. What we lacked in promotional signage, we made up for with sick-ass displays of whatever this was going on out front. It drew people in for most of the evening. It seemed like the plan was working. When things finally slowed down for the evening, Weed Elf had a quest for us. With that, we set off to Northrend. When we all landed, I was excited to see what Weed Elf had in store for us.
サロン密林の半身浴でリラックス。体の動きをコントロールする自律神経のうち交感神経が優位にとっているとなかなか眠気が訪れません。ぬるめのお湯に胸の下までゆっくり浸かる半身浴は心身ともにリラックスさせ睡眠へと誘います。
Finally, we had begun to approach what seemed to be a massive hole in the ground.
サロン密林の半身浴でリラックス。
We stood atop the mystery pit, and a brave Tauren approached us. Perrin was kind, but had the attitude of a badass. They fell down into the bottom levels of the pit. We tried to join them, but the pit's hunger had been satiated. As the night started to drag to a close, I ended up hurthing back to Stormwind to log out for the evening. It had felt great hanging out with friends again, and just being able to chill. The drama was finally over.
Next time on Herb Vendor.